Thank you all for your statements. I appreciate it very much. We're going to start with our questions now. If you can, in your answers, try to be as direct and brief as you can. We're able to hear more and learn more about you and have more dialogue. So thank you so much. I'll start the questioning. And Dr. Richmond, the Department of Energy's Organization Act vests the department's function in the secretary and gives her broad authority to delegate those functions and organize the department as she thinks best. Secretary Nominees gave the Undersecretary of Science responsibility not only for science but for most energy programs, including fossil energy, nuclear energy, energy efficiency, and renewable energy and electricity. That was undone in the last administration and then reinstated in February before Secretary Granholm was confirmed. So my question would be, have you discussed your portfolio with Secretary Granholm? Will you oversee the Department's energy programs as well as its science programs?
Thank you, Senator Manchin. It is indeed a big task to take on, and I'm ready for it. I indeed have discussed this with the Secretary. I understand what the role is. I've had many briefings and am learning a lot, but also realize that my expertise that I have to address some of the most important issues that are on the table, I'm ready to take on. I must say the nice thing about this particular position is the integration of the science and applied research. I look forward to that.
So I would say follow up on that. Do you agree that your principal task, if confirmed, will be to foster scientific discovery and technology innovation? And how do you plan to go about that?
Yes, absolutely. As I said, I have several priorities, but one particular to that issue is to make sure that as we go from discovery research to going all the way to where we develop technologies and deploy them and also create jobs, to help make that as seamless as possible, to break down silos and make sure that we can work effectively, and that is my role, and I will take that on.
Thank you very much. Ms. Stackelberg, as I mentioned in my opening remarks, Assistant Secretary for Policy Management and Budget has a very broad portfolio and authority over more than 24 different program offices, ranging from native Hawaiians to natural resource revenues, invasive species, to wildland fires, law enforcement, to hearings and appeals. So no one can give equal attention to the day-to-day operations of all these offices. And so the Assistant Secretary is aided by 5 deputies and, of course, individual offices directors, enabling the Assistant Secretary to focus on the issues that need your attention most. So where do you see yourself, if confirmed, focusing most of your attention, and where do you think most of the attention needs to be focused?
Chairman Manchin, thank you so much for that question. You are exactly right that the breadth of the Assistant Secretary's portfolio is wide, and I'm looking forward to getting to the department, if I'm confirmed, to tackle these challenges. I see a couple of areas of focus to start out. I think one of the first is really ensuring that the department is fully staffed. Really focusing on ensuring that the Department of Interior has the appropriate staff to address the challenges that you mentioned. A second priority area is the wildland fire program. I mean, we see drought and severe fire, especially in the West. That seems to be an area of what I'd like to spend increased attention on. And then finally, priorities that have to do with management and budget, something that I've been doing my entire career, working to address and develop and promulgate budgets, and I look forward to, if confirmed, working on those issues.
Thank you. Dr. Berhe, we passed the Energy Act at the end of last year. It authorized over $35 billion to invest in innovative energy solutions like CCUS, advanced nuclear, renewables, and energy storage, just to name a few. This was the first significant update to our energy policy in 13 years, and it was incredibly bipartisan, with close to 70 senators co-sponsoring or sponsoring pieces of legislation. In addition, earlier this year, the Senate passed the Endless Frontier Act, which will make additional funds available to the Office of Science. So how will you, if confirmed, ensure the additional sums made available to the Office of Science to fund the basic research are wisely spent and provide the greatest possible return in terms of scientific discoveries and technological innovation?
Thank you, Chairman Manchin. Let me start by thanking the committee and the senators that work on both of those acts. Very important indeed. I think it's extremely important that we are not just working on, we're trying to innovate the newest technologies and advanced and cleaner energy options, But as as you stated, carbon capture technology is an important part of that equation. I've spent a big part of my life in particular on natural solutions for carbon capture, but there are also a number of engineered approaches there. I'm committed to making sure that all those resources are spent wisely, to make sure that they're helping us push again the frontiers of the science in this area, but at the same time see also a very smooth transition to having these technologies be applied and help address the energy and climate-related challenge, and all of that's super helpful. And I look forward to the opportunity to talk to you, and thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. And now, Senator